Star. Watch for the sign of the lollipop. Stop! It's the dot stop. Where's the dot who plays the fiddle? There's the dot who plays the fiddle.
Hello, Dot. There must be something very heavy in the bag today, Dot. Ah. Something very heavy. An elephant. Two elephants. Three. Four elephants. And what else? Elephant ears. And a trunk.
I sway my trunk and my feet plod this way, that way, this. To you it may seem odd, but to me it's not. If upon my back you want to ride, you'll find it very wide. But as I roll from side to side, hold tight, I say, hold tight. And if you slip, it's a long way down until you bump upon the ground. Then my trunk will wrap around and back on my back set you down. I sway my trunk and my feet plod this way, that way, this. To you it may seem odd, but to me it's not. And if I want to make a call, no no problem at all. I raise my trunk and I raise my trunk and I raise my trunk and let the trumpet sound.
Another trumpeting sound. But what's making it? That's right. The horn's making the sound. A horn in a school orchestra. Not as big as an elephant, but as small as a flea. Say when it looks big enough to guess what it is. A pair of scissors. A bunch of keys. A wristwatch ticking. And something else ticking. It's the clock. Is it time for the lion to roar? For the donkey to bray? Is it time for the crow to caw? For the eagle to scream and soar? Yes, and it's time for the dot clock to go. But where will it stop? At 5 o'clock. Story time. Kevin was a kind man. He was so kind that he was known as Kevin the Kind. And Kevin the Kind was the keeper of a small zoo. He wanted to keep it very well. He loved all the animals in the zoo, but if he did have a favourite animal, it was Lisa, the baby elephant.
Good morning, Lisa, he would say as he brought her drinking water. And how are you today?
Lisa couldn't say she was very well, but she looked very well. Then he would make sure that all the other animals had their water. The animals liked Kevin too, and if they could have sung, instead of croaking, quacking, howling, braying, if they could have sung, this might have been their song.
Oh, 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 oh,
The kindness
the kindness
of Kevin
of Kevin
needs seeing
needs seeing
to believe in.
to believe in.
Kind to us creatures who live in the zoo, who live in the zoo.
And
We want to be kind to Kevin too.
But of course, they couldn't sing. They could just make their noises. One summer, it was so hot, it didn't rain for weeks. To bring the animals water, Kevin had to go down to the river and fill buckets. It was heavy and hot work. The flowers he was so proud of were wilting and dying in the heat. To water them, he had to go down to the river and fill watering can after watering can. He got so exhausted that he had to go and sit in a deck chair to rest. Lisa the elephant saw him and wanted perhaps to say, "Oh, poor Kevin." But all she could do was raise her trunk and make a trumpeting sound. But Kevin was so fast asleep that the sound didn't even wake him. When Kevin did wake, he reached for the watering can to go and fill it. To his dismay, it wasn't there. He couldn't find it anywhere. Then, suddenly, he felt drops of water fall on his face. Rain at last, he thought. He looked up and saw what was making the water. It was Lisa. She had filled her trunk with water from the river, and on the end of her trunk was the rose from his watering can. She was like a giant watering can, watering the flowers. What a brilliant elephant, thought Kevin. But we must all share the water. The animals all came to share a shower, and Kevin took off his uniform and had a shower too. And as he splished and splashed in the water, he sang. Oh, 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 your kindness to Kevin needs seeing to believe in. So kind, you creatures who live in the zoo, who live in the zoo. And Kevin, he wants to be kind to you. Another fountain spraying. More spray painting? Looks like a trunk. And legs. It's an elephant. Animals went in one by one to get out of the rain and into the sun. But going alone is not much fun, said Cock. No fun being one to get out of the rain and into the sun. So the animals went in 2 by 2 to get out of the grey and into the blue. 2 cocks at a time, cock went the 1,
Cock-a-doodle.
went the 2 to get out of the grey and into the blue. Let's go in 3 by 3, said a busy buzzy bee, to sail to the sun across the sea. So in went the 3,
Buzz.
went the 1,
Busy buzz, buzz.
went the 2,
Buzzy buzz, buzzy buzz, buzz.
went the 3, and in went 3 cocks
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
to get out of the grey and into the blue. Let's go in 4 by 4, said the lion with a roar. Open wide the boat's big door. So in went the 4,
Roar.
went the 1,
Roar, roar.
went the 2,
Roar, roar, roar.
went the 3,
Roar, 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 roar.
went the 4. In went 4 cocks,
Cock-a-doodle-doodle-doo.
in went 4 bees,
Buzzy buzz, buzzy buzz, buzzy buzz, buzz.
to sail to the sun across the sea. Let's go in 5 by 5, said a crocodile whose name was Clive, to leave by 5 and by 5 arrive. So in went the 5, scaly and sly, scaly and sly, scaly and sly, scaly and sly, with tails held high.
Snap, 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 snap.
In went 5 lions,
Roar, 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 roar.
in went 5 cocks,
Cock-a-doodle, cock-a-doodle-doo.
in went 5 bees,
Buzzy buzz, buzzy buzz, buzzy buzz, buzzy buzz, buzz.
and sailed to the sun across the sea. There's the bus, Dot. It's time to go. Pack your bag, Dot. Pack your bag, Dot. Or else you'll miss the bus and there'll be such a fuss. Hurry along, Dot. You haven't got long, Dot. Got to pack your bag by the end of the song. Done it. Just. So long.